If you're a business owner with a relatively established business and a team in place, but you're feeling flat and you're feeling a bit demotivated, and no matter what planning you do, that motivation doesn't come back, I'm going to give you an exercise that can really help you with this, a nice quick exercise. Now, what we recognize from working with our clients and from me being a business owner myself is that the reason so many times that our business owners weren't getting motivated for the strategy or feeling a bit flat about it is because it wasn't aligned to what they wanted. And the reality is that whilst your business is reliant on you, which it is at the moment, if you're not motivated, the business is going to suffer. It's not going to grow, right? For a business to grow, it needs you to be motivated and get it to the point where it's not relying on you. And that's going to be work. So if it's not clear to you how the business is going to work for you and how the strategy or plan is going to work for you, you're not going to be motivated to put that strategy in place. And the other problem you've got is that if you're not clear on what you want from your business, everybody's going to be giving you good ideas about what you should be doing with your business. And all the books are going to tell you different things and all the courses. But if it's not aligned to what you want, none of that's actually going to give you any motivation. So here's a really easy exercise to help you get clear and focused on what you want, and then get remotivated for your business. And it works a treat, I promise you, guarantee you do this and you're going to get clarity and motivation back. So, and if you've got a business partner, do it with them. You're going to write down these 4 F's, okay? Freedom, fun, finances, and fulfillment. And then underneath those 4 F's, you're going to write down 1 year, 3 years, and 5 to 10 years. And what I want you to do is, starting with 1 year, I want you to write underneath each one of those columns, freedom, fun, finances, and fulfillment, what does your business need to do for you to feel fulfilled in those columns in 12 months? So what money do you need to be taking from the business? What freedom do you want? So how much time do you want to be able to take away? What fun do you want? What jobs do you want to be doing in the business? What jobs do you not want to be doing? What jobs are making you miserable? And also from a personal life perspective, what things do you need to do to have fun? Do you need to spend more time with your kids? Do you want to go skiing? Do you want to go on holidays? Whatever it might be, write that down. And then finally, fulfillment. And that again crosses over with what jobs do you want to be doing? What does the business need to do for you to feel proud? Does it need to be turning over a certain revenue? Does it need to have a certain team in place? Do you need to have a happy team that are motivated? So there's no right or wrong answer to these, but I want you to write that down. Now, if you've got clarity for 1 year, write that down. If you can think about 3 years ahead and you're starting to get clarity about that, write that down. If you can't, just write the 1 year, that's fine. And then do the same for 5 to 10 years. Now, some of us are going to be clear that we want to sell our business in X amount of years for this amount. So we put the finance piece in the time period that we want to sell it, that'll be the finance. Some of us just want to make a certain amount of money from our business and be able to extract a certain amount. So we'd write that in the finance piece for that time period. Now, what happens is once you do this, you start to get clarity on what your business has got to do for you. And this exercise is kind of giving you permission to be sensibly selfish, to think about how your business is going to work for you. And then once we've got that, we can then build your financial strategy. You can then build your financial strategy and your business strategy. Now, when we're talking about strategy, we don't mean 10-page documents. We mean, what's the one pager that says roughly what finances this business has to do to give you those finances that you want? If I don't want to be doing this job, then that tells me that I need to hire somebody or get somebody as a fractional to come in and do that. Okay, so what do we need to pay them? So how much money does the business need to make? And then we can look at top level fag packet, back and napkin numbers for how much money does your business need to make? How many clients do you need? What's the average value per client? What's the profit per client? What's the net profit that we need? Or what's the dividends that we want to take? What's the salary that we want to take? Now, you might be starting to get overwhelmed by that because you're not a finance person, either am I. But the key thing is that you come up with those top level numbers, then you go to your finance person or your accountant or whoever it is, and they help you pick them apart and make them what they need to be. But you've got to have that top level. Just because you're not a financial expert doesn't mean you don't think about the finances. And then what that does, you've got your owner strategy, then we've got our financial strategy, and that feeds our business strategy. And again, not a 10-pager, a 1-page document, a business a strategy map. Who do we need to be? What kind of average client, what kind of client do we need to be attracting? What do they want to spend? How do we need to position ourselves in the market to be appealing to those type of clients that are going to give us the business and lifestyle that we want? And then how are we communicating that? So really that'll come through into a vision, a mission, a set of values, and then some OKRs, some yearly objectives. But none of that falls into place if you don't start with your owner strategy, which is those 4 F's across those different time periods. So if you haven't got that in place, please do that now. And I promise you that if you don't do that, you're just going to feel flat. But once you do it and you get some clarity on it, you're going to start to feel confident again. You're going to start to feel like the weight of the world's lifting off your shoulders, and you're going to start to get some clarity about exactly what you want to achieve.